comes with some expanded arsenal, so different weapons, and it does say deadly new enemies. So maybe some added in enemies, which is primarily, as I understand it, gene stealers in this game. So I'll just give a quick bit of a background. You're probably not watching this unless you are interested in 40k or Space Hulk in specifically. But the universe basically is set in the year 40,000, and in this game you are controlling some Terminator Space Marines. Essentially, Space Marines are a future soldier that are genetically enhanced sort of from childhood to become super warriors, and they're given advanced training, advanced weapons, and all the sort of best armor and stuff of the time to fight mankind's enemies. In this game you have Terminator armor, which is a heavier version of their armor, and from memory the Terminator armor was actually initially used for work in hazardous environments such as obviously vacuum of space, or extreme heats and colds, and it was turned into armor for Space Marines as it was found to be so powerful and not indestructible, but very strong that it became use for sort of smaller amounts of Space Marines to use as protection for more hazardous missions, say. And one of those hazardous missions is boarding Space Hulks or derelict starships that have been discovered, mainly because the environments are so hazardous. They're in closed spaces, they can be open to space, and obviously there can be creatures inside which may want to kill you, and that's where this game comes in. DEATHWING specifically is a company of Marines from a Space Marine chapter called the Dark Angels, and all their Space Marines that qualify to wear Terminator armor become a part of the DEATHWING company. Basically their armor is usually a white color, which harks back to a time when these Terminators went to their homeworld and found it infested by aliens, and they decided to fight to the death, so they basically covered their armor in ash and it became white, preparing themselves for death. And after that, after they actually performed the victory, it was then way of war is to paint all those Terminators in white and call them the DEATHWING. Some can be slightly different. Usually they'll all be white, but sometimes, like Librarians, can be more of a bluish colour, and Chaplains can be sort of a black colour, but usually DEATHWING Terminators are white. So yeah, that's just a little bit of history of why and how, as you would probably have a few questions about this game if you didn't understand the whole concept of the DEATHWING and why these guys are sort of in suits. Are they humans? Are they monsters? Are they robots? I presume some of this may be explained in the opening credits. As soon as I click on New Campaign, there may be a video sort of having a bit more of an explanation of the 40k universe. I'm not 100% sure, as all I've done so far is the tutorial, just to get a bit of a feel for the game and the controls. So I'm going to choose New Campaign now and just see what happens. Okay, so we've got a difficulty panel here. Let's have a look. Easy, normal, hard, and very hard. That sounds pretty good. Okay, well I'm going to do it on easy first, as my plan is to complete the game on every difficulty. So let's put it on easy for now. So Hopefully there may be a video sort of with a bit of explanation of the universe and Terminators and what exactly is going on here, but I'll let the game load up without my voice overriding any audio. As I said, I have wanted to play this game for a long time. I've only seen a small amount of gameplay and video, so I always purposely kept away from it so it wouldn't spoil the fun for when I actually did buy the game. And if I didn't mention it before, thanks for coming back to my channel again. Okay. So it says here, press X to start your mission, so I'm presuming it's going to have a little bit of an intro. Let's have a look.
This is Grand Master Belial, addressing all warriors of the First Company. Forged from countless ships in the seething forces of warp space, a space hulk has been deposited here by the uncaring tides of the Immaterium. I have dubbed this drifting lair of abominations Olethros. A hive swarm of Tyranids already besets the system. So while the honored warriors of the Deathwing embark upon the purging of this space hulk, our brothers shall assist the Astra Militarum and Imperial Navy in destroying this tendril of the Great Devourer. Command of the assault belongs to an epistolary of the Librarian, a deadly battle psyker of the chapter. Leading a specially assembled squad, the Librarian will investigate abnormal auger returns and psychic emanations from within the space hulk.
Premonitions. The ether gifts me visions. I see a threat far more deadly than gene-hungry Tyranids. A scream, and a dark promise. A ship in the shadow, a relic from our secret past. I feel the tightness in my gut as I see a cataclysm as yet unseen. The Umbra Mortalis descends upon us. The shadow of death.
Brothers, the first scans of the Space Hulk have revealed a Dark Angel ship that dates back to the Age of Heresy. It is located in the heart of the Olethros Space Hulk. This ship from our ancestors seems to be protected by a mysterious energy field. Teleportation to the ship is currently impossible. The only way to reach it is through the main mass of the Space Hulk. Reaching this ship is your primary concern. Trust your battle brothers to deal with the rest of the Olethros. Brothers, retribution is at hand. It is our strength. We are the sons of Caliban. Let fury guide your weapons. Let vengeance be your song. We are the angels of death, and our enemies shall fall!
Okay, that was pretty cool. So let's see what happens here. So the craft we're in now is a boarding torpedo, and that sort of is launched and bores into the ship, and the front doors will open. It's like a soldier delivery system.
Brother Librarian, the initial boarding strike is proceeding, but we have lost contact with Squad Gideon. Your sensorium should receive Gideon's beacon signal, though it will be weak. We need Squad Gideon to secure the breaching zone. Locate them as quickly as possible. When you are successful, proceed to secure the landing area to establish the full bridgehead. Praise the Lion.
Okay, so just to... I did mention before there's librarians. Now, I presume we're playing as the librarian. Librarians basically have psychic powers, and they're able to do things like read people's minds or launch lightning from their hands. If you're not familiar with this universe, I guess they're a little bit similar to Jedi or, say, X-Men. A bit of a combination of all of them, really. So whenever they're mentioning librarians, that's what they're talking about. At the end there it says, praise the lion. The lion is sort of like the father of this chapter. There's a lot of history and detail into this universe, and I could definitely spend hours talking about it. So if you are interested in looking into details a bit more, then there's plenty on YouTube or the internet. If you just look up, say, Warhammer 40,000 and something like Dark Angel Space Marines or Space Marines, yeah, you'll find a lot of information. So I'm not going to go too deep into it, but just enough to give you a bit of an explanation. And that Grand Master Belial is sort of the leader of all these soldiers here at the moment. All the Space Marines. There's masters, and then there's the Grand Master. So basically, any orders he gives, you've pretty much got to follow. This one's a pretty simple one, so we need to basically hook up with another squad that's breached this ship or a neighbouring ship, and secure the bridgehead. So sounds pretty easy. So here you can sort of see the map. I guess this is where we're going to go and look for them. I presume being the first mission, this one's going to be pretty easy. I hope it is. Okay, so this is our Terminator Space Marine. He is the librarian. As you can see, his armor's a bit more blue, with the white on the shoulder pads. He's got a sword. We can see if we can change weapons. So I've just switched over to the Stormbolter Mark II. We'll start off with the normal Stormbolter. So Stormbolter is basically their version of like an assault rifle, but obviously mega assault rifle or uber assault rifle. Basically they're the standard sort of weapon that they use. They fire sort of explosive rounds. And on the other side we have a force sword. We can also change that to a fist, which is sort of like a fist with a power field on it, which enables you to be even stronger and smash in doors or more easily break things. I'm going to stick with the sword though, as the sword will help with our psychic powers, and just looks pretty cool. Okay, so you can actually change the whole squad here. So as you can see, these other Terminators are the white. So this guy has his... that's actually our medic. So maybe there's only 3 of us on this mission. So there's a guy with an assault cannon, which essentially is a minigun. A guy with the Stormbolter, and you, which is the librarian. So they actually look really cool. They look very much like how you would imagine them to look if you're into the 40k universe. Any of the gaming or the books or movies or anime, which yeah, it actually looks really cool. They look very good. And as it happens, the Dark Angels are my chapter, so I'm a little bit more excited than probably the average person would be to see these. But we'll just leave all that for normal for now.
In position.
So this is the...
We start seeking for Gideon's ore. We're sending Gideon's beacon channel to you. Swift vengeance.
So essentially we're going to head over and try and see what's happened to Squad Gideon. Each squad is designated with their squad leader's name, so more than likely their sergeant will be Sergeant Gideon, and therefore they're called Squad Gideon. So let's just have a look around here. So this is the inside of the edge of the ship. You can see here where the torpedoes grind their way through the outer shell. That delivers the Marines inside. It's just a quick and easy way to get access to enemy ships. Obviously those are my medic there, and the guy with the assault cannon, so let's have a look. Now you can zoom in. Got my sword. That's my Stormbolter, so let's have a look. Just want to be pretty cautious here. One thing I didn't really go into was the sounds are really cool. Very atmospheric. So essentially the enemies in this game are called gene stealers. Or they're part of the Tyranid race. Gene stealers are a little bit similar to aliens, or literally the Alien sort of movies with the aliens in them, is that they take hosts to breed, along similar lines to aliens, but a little bit differently. That's something I could talk about for quite some time, but I won't. Basically, they're very aggressive. If they are in this ship, they'll basically attack anyone that boards the ship and defends it. They might have a nest in here, and their leaders are quite large sort of monstrous creatures, which take a bit of killing. So hence the Terminator armor comes in very handy for these kind of missions. The end goal seemingly will be to board that ship that it said was in the middle of all these ships, which are sort of connected together. I thought we may be able to get through there, but it doesn't look like we can. Okay, let's keep on looking. Okay, so this is a door here. Push through this door. Oh, that's not going to work. Obviously there's no way through here. Just in case. Let's just test out a theory that these are explode. They do. Now, sorry I'm going to be a bit slow in this, but it is the first time I'm playing it, so bear with me. Now, you're probably wondering why everything looks sort of so... that sounds...
We are not alone.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. It sounded like something was pretty close to us here. Yeah, I was going to say, you're probably wondering why everything has a very dark and rusty feel to it. Well, that's sort of the 40k universe is very much a very much like a gothic sort of universe, which everything is... Oh, okay. Where everything is very like scriptures and you know, purity seals. Everything has a religious sort of inclination to it. A lot of skulls and death. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just reading this. Okay. So yeah, so you'll probably notice a lot of sort of ancient looking symbols and everything, even though it's the year 40,000, things look quite old and archaic as yeah, that is the universe. So I do like to blow up things. I think I'm actually going the wrong way here, but I just thought I'd investigate. Yeah, I think we're going the wrong way here. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So I think where that large bell seemed to be more the direction we should be going. Here, yeah, this is the kind of stuff I was talking about. A lot of cherubs and skulls and candles, etc. It's completely normal. Oh, yeah. Now those seem to be hybrids, which are when the gene stealers breed with, say, human beings or another species, they don't become pure gene stealers. It actually takes them a while to revert back to gene stealers, so they have what they call a hybrids, which are less deadly, but they can use weapons and tools more easily. Once we see some gene stealers, if we do, you'll see the difference. Sort of having a look around here in case there's something worth keeping. And there seems to be quite a few passages running off here. I think we're just going to leave that for now. I actually like the way the squad sort of just follows you and seems to support you. Don't need to worry about them too much. On the map they're ahead of us, so I think I can get my guys to move ahead there and I can sort of cover them. That's pretty good, pretty easy.
I am in place.
I presume they'll just move to sort of face the direction that they need to. Now I am hearing I presume I probably should be heading... I have to choose follow me. I think we probably should be heading this way now. I think this probably means we're on the right track. And we're going to keep following this down a bit deeper.
My prescient power lets me see a prediction of the future.
That's very cool. So the future doesn't look great. Now I presume those red flashes on my map are us picking up enemy contacts. Oh yeah, okay, so I could just see some little... So going by his... going by his glimpse of the future, there's a bit of trouble ahead. Involves us dying. So yeah, on the radar map there, it's got something down this way. Should we go that way or to the left? I think... Okay, we got some contacts back there by the sound of it.
I hear the claws of the Xenos.
That was his assault cannon going off. I'm not entirely sure. I can certainly hear them. So he's covering our rear there. So that's what an assault cannon can do. Let's keep pushing forward. I've got contacts up ahead, I think. Yeah, there we go. I've got a couple of different pathways here. Follow the direct route. Reload. Ah. Oh, whoa. Yeah. It looks like we've found Squad Gideon.
Fortunately, my fears were well founded. May their shades fight on for a while.
An apothecary team is going to retrieve their broken glands once the bridgehead is established. They will live on in honor.
I have an anomalous signal return. Verify it first.
Looks like they put up a fair bit of a fight. How do I get this way? Pretty confident my guys can protect the rear there. Aha. Okay, so by the looks of it, as we go through the game here, we're going to find all of these relics on the left. So this is the a scepter which librarians can use. Awesome. Okay, so we've
Sensorium is showing multiple returns in your area. Stay vigilant.
Not actually sure where we're going now, but just go forward. Turret or something? Okay. Now, this... I think this allows us to use a turret. Whoa. Oh, it is. Well, that's no good. So that was our last save, I believe. So those turrets, I thought, enabling it means it's active. Okay, I thought I'd be able to control it, but that just must activate it. Okay. Maybe I need to make sure I disable it. Obviously a safeguard on board the ship. Hopefully I've actually loaded the right file here.
Sensorium is showing multiple returns in your area. Stay vigilant.
Oh, it's still saying to check this area. Okay. So that was where the relic was. Now these are proper gene stealers.
They are overwhelming us.
Try and reload here.
Reactivate the defense grid at any cost.
Our foes approach quickly. We must reactivate local defensive systems to secure the bridgehead.
there must be a way to see a map. Okay, let's have a look. Controller. Okay. Tactical menu. Ah. Yeah. Let's have a look here. Aha, okay. So we're at the ventilation shaft. We've checked there. So it said it wanted to activate the defensive systems. Okay. Activate the generators. There we go. Okay. So we were on the right track.
We are receiving strange signal echoes.
Scan. So hacking is where we control it. Enable means it's going to fight us. So perhaps it's not active now. Oh, gene stealers are there? Turret. It's going to keep forging forwards. We are getting closer to the generators. Okay. Oh, okay. Reloading. Hopefully they've got me covered from behind. Oh, well. Yeah. Those symbols must represent points where they can attack from. Okay. So that means that there's reloading. Seems like the way we should be going. of the map, but not this
We are the angels of death.
Oh, okay, here I go. So as you can see, I sort of use up some of my psychic powers there. Okay, so we're pretty close here. At the moment I seem to have lightning and that's sort of like a push. Okay, so it's not the right way. Reload. Okay.
Action complete.
So I got him to heal me. At these controls here, so
It is done.
not too sure. So someone's okay, so we're just around the corner from where we want to go.
It is done.
Okay, there we go. So he can heal all of us up. So we're all healed up now. Like as I said before, he's basically the medic. So this is where we want to be. I'm not entirely sure how we get there. I presume the Gene Stealers are going to be defending this position. Alright, objective within reach.
The activation of the generators has woken a dormant Gene Stealer swarm.
It is time to establish the bridgehead to allow the main force to breach. Go to your assigned battle zone with your command squad.
Okay. Sounds like we've woken them up a little bit. Maybe it's time to start running.
They're overwhelming us.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
For the Emperor. For the Emperor. We are the angels of death.
Come on, let's go.
Uncounted. We are the angels of death.
Keep coming. Okay, so we're back. This is chaotic.
Xenos. They are overwhelming us.
Oh. Oh, this is that point, okay.
We are the angels of death.
Okay, so if we can get ahead of this turret. I think if I enable this turret, it should help us. Ah, okay. Maybe not.
Xenos Horde incoming.
Hold position. Glory to the Emperor. Glory
Okay.
to the Lion.
I think it's about to. We're about to get in trouble. Defend and hold this area.
Vengeance guides our weapons! Justice! Justice! The righteous shall prevail! For the Emperor! They are overwhelming us.
Ah, I'm pressing the wrong. I think I'm pressing the wrong button there. Oops, sorry.
Action complete. Medkit is reloading. Mission accomplished, brother. Medkit is reloading. They are overwhelming us. Action complete. The Xenos are uncounted. It is done. Medkit Xenos have encircled us.
Ah, looks like we made it. Reinforcements, I presume.
Bridgehead secured. This is only the start. Commence the hunt for the fallen.
Okay, well I think I'll leave it there for the moment. Oh, okay. Assault cannon is available. Guessing that means I can now swap my Stormbolter over for that. Looks like I didn't perform very well. Okay, so I've got 3 points here. It doesn't really show us... okay. Plasma cannon. So we can upgrade to a plasma cannon instead of the assault rifle, maybe? More armor. Okay. And stuff like... more psychic powers. Well, I think for now I'm going to upgrade the topmost one. So there's one. So now we can use a plasma cannon. Plasma cannons are very powerful, I know that. You're covering tactics. Okay. Might head towards this one too. So the next lot of points I can get, we will upgrade our armor. Sounds pretty good.
We located the ancient Dark Angel's ship in the heart of the Space Hulk. After finding out that Squad Gideon had been slain, we fought a horde of Xenos as we conducted investigatory missions to uncover this enigmatic vessel from our dark and distant past. The Deathwing moved to secure entry into the old ship, while we overcame the energy and psychic defenses created by the Gene Stealers. Hard fought was the battle, but the bridgehead had been established, and progress to our objectives continued. We are the Emperor's Blade.
Okay, so that was pretty successful, chapter 1. Obviously we could do a lot better than that. Glad I had it on easy for starting with. So I'm going to leave it at this stage now. It's already a pretty long video. Thanks for watching, if you have watched the whole thing. I may not show the next couple of chapters perhaps until I get a little bit better, get a few more upgrades, and I might share what I'm up to sometime shortly. But I hope you've enjoyed watching a little bit of this first play. Put up with my amateur attempt so far. But I look forward to catching you in the next episode of playing this game, and please check out some of the rest of the videos on my channel. There's quite a few gaming videos and just general videos that I make every day, so thanks for watching.